everybody, and welcome back to another episode. Happy Wednesday, guys. Thank you guys for being here. Long time no see. Haven't streamed in a long time. So, guys, we got some action right now. Looks like we got some action. All right. So we get the announcement literally after I signed off. We get the announcement for this 1974. Okay, we're gonna get into what all this means. 1974. Kamen Rider Amazon character, okay, specifically 1974, which they didn't mention. I had to do a little research. Patrick helped me out a little bit too. He sent me some information. I already had it, but thanks, Patrick, for trying to help me for once in your life. So this whole world of Kamen Rider, it looks like it's this huge thing. And when they said it was kind of like a Power Ranger thing from, they compared it to Power Rangers. I didn't really think so. We know that there's a bunch of different worlds of Power Rangers. We got Dino Force, we got the Car Force, we got the Galaxy Force, we got the Animal Force, we got the regular Force. So it looks like that's what this is also kind of, but obviously their own take on it. So really crazy. And also, guys, Soso Toys decided to announce a bunch of stuff, a bunch of different stuff today, which very unexpected, because if you guys remember that they gave us like an outline of images that were supposed to be coming at some point. These were not even there. Storm was, but that was it. So we're going to get into that. And then hopefully if I, whenever I'm getting off, they don't give us something new like usual. I don't understand how that happens every single time, but it is what it is. Guys, there's 7 of you guys in here. Thank you guys for being here. Don't forget to hit the like button, please. We got Ron in the house. Welcome, my friend. Hello, collectors, Kamen Rider Amazon. Exactly. So that's why I had to do a little research, because I was like, what is going on right now? And even for yesterday's stream with the with that little video that they posted, I showed you guys that image because I was like, I don't even know what that's about. Like, what the hell is an Amazon? Guys, it's just like world of like, Kamen Riders, which is crazy. Ash, how are you, my friend? Welcome.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
We got Michael in the house. Welcome, my friend. I'm doing. Oh my God, this guy already with the super chat. Amazing. This guy is crazy. Faz, where's my blade and the rest of the Can we see it before New Year's? Oh my God, Ash. I told you.
Have you heard of a psyop?
I told you. We are getting something before. Like I said, I think that they know if Blade or anything else is due before New Year's and they don't release it, people are going to be upset. Again, it is not a crazy figure, specifically talking about Blade. It is not anything intricate. It is not anything that could cause them problems. It is not anything that has armor that could, the armors could be coming off or unglued or something like that. That could be an issue for them, in production where it could delay Blade. It's nothing like that. It's literally a head sculpt, right? You get the sunglasses, the one-piece suit, the accessories. That's it, right? We don't even get 2 head sculpts to be like, oh, maybe the one head sculpt's giving them a problem. Like it's a basic figure. There's nothing crazy about it. And we already saw Nice Spool as well, right? Remember, he had that humongous forehead. So everything's done. I'm pretty sure. I'm 99% sure everything's done. Because what are we waiting for? Nice Pool, Age of Apocalypse, and Blade. Right? Everything else is out. So, and even, and the hardest one, which is really not the hardest one, but the hardest one is Age of Apocalypse, because of the fact that it's artisan, because of the fact that it's, that type of hair is kind of tricky. Again, it's just a messy type of hair, but still, they got to get that right. We saw it displayed as well. That's done, right? So it's not like, oh, this is so difficult where it's giving them problems. They can't do it. Absolutely not. The body in the suit, nothing fancy about it either, right? It's the overall look suit with the arms exposed, which we got for what? Wolverine's, one of Wolverine's looks is the swappable arm. So that look, right? Or it could be a TVA suit. I mean, the TVA body with his, Age of Apocalypse suit. And then we have that seamless look as well, which I don't think it's going to be that. I mean, it could be that, right? Which I actually, now I'm thinking about it, I think it might be that, right? The TVA body with the suit on top, or the Wolverine body with the seamless arms on them, and that's it, right? But besides that, there's nothing really to be holding them up. So that's what I'm saying. If they wait until after New Year's to give us those figures, like, people are gonna get upset. You know what I mean? And if you pay attention, nothing really has been delayed much by Hot Toys. Everything's been coming out. Before, remember, I think 2 years ago and prior, we were getting delays constantly. I don't remember last year we getting any delays. The year before, I don't even think so either. Maybe, I don't remember, but possible. But we haven't got anything, anything crazy delays with anything from them. So that's what I'm saying. You'll see. You will see.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
No, you.
No, thank you, bro.
Thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
No, seriously, you.
No, seriously, thank you, bro.
No, for real, you.
No, thank you.
Thank you, my friend, as always. He says Chef Fab is on his way because he said be good. Unbelievable. No respect. We got Bow.
How you doing?
Bow. We got Bradley Dirty Hands Cooper. Well,
I'm doing.
did you wash your hands today? You guys know that meme where he goes, did you wash your ass today? Now we got one for Bradley. He says it's going to go, did you wash your hands today? Filthy Brad. Filthy Brad. Ernesto, welcome.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
Welcome. Brafad is always on time. Of course. Of course. You're still shocked? Do you work, Bradley? Do you work? What do you do? Wash your hands all day? Filthy? I'd fire him already. Oh, my God. Go wash your hands. Unbelievable. My X-23. No, but they got delayed for whatever reason, but it's not from Hot Toys because they're all released already. You know what I mean? It got delayed from Pop Culture. But it's not like it got delayed from Hot Toys, which we used to get delays from Hot Toys all the time. You just got yours is delayed from getting shipped to you, not because of the product delay, which is a completely different world.
I'm doing.
On time for once. Look at him. Guys, hit the like button. There's 12 of you guys in here. Thank you guys for being here. Nintendo Direct tomorrow morning, 9. Nintendo Direct. What does that mean? What does that even mean? Yeah, exactly. What is that? What are you talking about? Where's my Chewie? Where's my Chewie? I don't even know what my Chewie is. I don't think I ever got a notification for Chewbacca at all. At all. So that's kind of crazy. Yeah, it's been a while actually since that figure was announced and released. That is crazy. Wow. I haven't even gotten like the notification that it's shipping or anything like that. So that's kind of crazy. We're gonna get bombarded. Watch. It's gonna be nuts. Carlo, my friend, welcome.
Charlie, my friend, Charlie Brigante, how you doing?
Guys, have you heard anyone that is a Fallout fan? They came out with the Ghoul Fallout, the Ghoul 1/6 scale figure X Studio. Oh, is that skeleton head cowboy thing? That actually looks really good. I saw the figure when it was announced. I think a couple companies announced that they were making their own version of it. And I didn't even know what that was. I had no idea what it was, and I was like, that looks really good. Just as a figure, right? The skeleton head sculpt with the cowboy suit, and I think he's got a cowboy hat as well. I was like, that looks really good. Again, not knowing what it was, but I didn't know, that was out. I didn't see anything. So that's nice. It was, like I said, it was two companies. X Studio was one, and I don't remember what the other one was. But yeah, I didn't notice that. I didn't notice that it was out. Yeah, 3 left. And again, that's just for now. That's just what we know of. They could still come out of left field with another one just, months from now or after, after their New Year's or at some point this year, just, out of the blue, which like they usually do. So anything's possible. They may not be done with the lines, 100% yet. They always come out of, left field with something. Let's see who else is in here. Michael says it's going to be a sad day when all the Deadpool Wolverine released. That's going to be about that. That's why I tell him, I'm like, Ash, when this is, and I asked him this one stream. I said a few weeks ago, I said, Ash, once this is done, what are you going to be collecting? And I think he said he's getting into Doomsday. So that's going to be, Doomsday is going to be crazy. I thought Chewie was coming out in March. Oh, I don't know, but it's already, people already have them. People already have them. So it's crazy. We didn't even get notified. So I don't know. My X23 and K2SO shipped. Oh, look at that. Yeah, no, those two I have. X23, I believe it's either 1 or 2 payments, and K2SO, I believe it's about 2 payments, 100%. So. Yeah, I just got the notification today that my deluxe armor Batman is coming on Monday, so that's annoying. So now I gotta wait till Monday to be able to open them. I didn't even bother opening this one yet. So sucks they didn't ship together. I have 3-0 Transformer shipping and 2 Hot Toys K2SO and Corn Set Superman. Corn Set Superman, I think I have 1 payment left. My Stealth Iron Man 3, that beautiful electric blue one, I have 1 payment left. My Mark 42, I have I want to say 2 payments left. My Superman, I believe I got 1 payment left. My X23, I believe I have 1 payment left. So once I start paying these off, I'm going to get another shipment of like 5 at the same time. Again, if they're available. And then also Iron Spider, I have $60 that I owe. So that, once that's shipped, that's coming home. So that's going to be nice. Fabs, yes, he looks okay. I love the show. And the series just ended. Come on, Chad. Who is a Fallout fan? Yeah, I have no idea. I've never watched any of that stuff at all. Not even a little bit. Chris, how are you, my friend? Welcome.
Hello!
Welcome. Ash is going to complain that he can't get chicken parm in Australia. Chicken parm. Oh my god, this guy. 13 likes still watching. Guys, hit the like button, please, if you haven't yet. Thank you, everybody, for hitting the like button already. It looks like we got a good crowd tonight. Finally. Unbelievable. Damn sure I should be playing games. Shady practice is fab. Shady practice. Yeah. I'm still waiting for my samples. I'm still waiting for my samples. I just sneeze. That's why I muted myself. Oh my god. I've been having crazy sneeze attacks because we got the heat up so high because it's so cold. So it like dries out your sinuses. Oh my god, what a nightmare. Let's wait for a few more of you guys and then we'll get started. Since it's still kind of early. Guys, there's 15 of you guys in here. Please hit that like button. We got Rue.
Hello!
What's up, everyone? Guess we're here to discuss Dumbledore. Here.
I don't think so.
Wrong channel. Maybe if you stream, maybe if you were at, NBA practice every night, all of a sudden, Mr. Superstar Laker, you could come on here and tell us, like, how William comes in and he tells us, everything about pop culture and everything about the movies and everything about the figures. Since you're so balls deep on Harry Potter and Hermione all the time, maybe you could stop in like you used to and say, hey, guys, I love Dumbledore because of this and this and this and this, and I love the figure because of this, and I'm an inner chill too. So that's why I continue to buy these garbage figures. But since you're all of a sudden an NBA superstar and a Laker, and you have no time for anybody except to keep wasting your money on in art. Disgusting. Why is everyone picking on me today? Because they know you like Adam Lambert. They know you're his favorite fan. You're his number one fan, Ash. You and Adam Lambert sitting in a tree. Oh my God. Ash, I'm going to ask you a little trivia. What was Adam Lambert's biggest hit? Oh my God. Ash right now. Oh man, Ash. Sorry, Ash. Sorry. Oh my God.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Oh, Ash. Unbelievable. Oh, poor Ash. Oh my God. That's so funny. Ash thought we forgot. He thought we forgot about his Adam Lambert obsession. Unbelievable. No respect for Ash. No respect. Something going around again. No, I didn't hear that. But no, I know it's dryness, because what happens is it gets so dry and all of a sudden I just start sneezing. I never get sick from sneezing. Like, I'll never start sneezing and then get sick. That's never happened. So I know it's nothing like that. But God forbid, whatever was going around was horrible. Why are they picking on you? Why are they picking on you? Oh man, 14 likes. Guys, hit the like button. There's 14 of you guys in here. Thank you guys for hitting the like button. I appreciate it. We got a good crowd tonight. I could tell already. Stop with your fake news, Carlo. This guy. So yeah, I'm telling you. I've been telling you, but all of a sudden, basketball. I'm at the tryouts for the Lakers this year, for the New Jersey Nets. Get the hell out of here. And now they're the Brooklyn Nets. Sorry. Adam Lambert, really? Do you even know who he is? Of course he does. He brought him up last week. He said, all I listen to in my car is Adam Lambert. He goes, I have every CD. He goes, that's what I blast when I'm driving. He said it. I didn't know. How would I know that he loves Adam Lambert? I would never know that. He said it. He said, all I listen to is Adam in my car. He goes, because when he was doing American Idol and he won, I said, this guy, he's got vocals. Oh my God. At least not in trouble. Hey, no politics in here, okay? No politics. No politics.
How dare you?
All right, Ash, no politics. That's Ramian, who had glitter on his face. Straight back. Hey.
How dare you?
Wrong.
See, your boy's talking
Wrong.
to you. Oh man, that is hysterical. I wish I was a late six calculation would be epic. Actually, that's a lie. You want to know why? Because if you were an NBA player, you would most likely have to be sold constantly, right? So you wouldn't just be in New Jersey or New York. You would be everywhere all over the country. So you would have no collection. You would have to have somebody to constantly pick up your collection and your module spaces and take them around the world with you. You would have zero collection, okay? Zero. You would have to send me everything before you moved because you got purchased by the Knicks. Oh my God. We don't get US Idol here. Yeah, but you guys got you guys get Britain's Got Talent, right? That's what you guys get. Britain's Got Talent. You guys don't have Americans Got Talent, but you guys get Britain's Got Talent. So you still see Adam Lambert. Stop it. That is hysterical. That is so funny. Oh, man. Let's see who else is in the chat. Guys, there's 12 of you guys in here. Thank you guys for being here. Hit the like button if you haven't yet. Let's see. So yeah, very, very out of left field with this with these social toys announcements, which kind of crazy. A little crazy. Well, 14 likes, 13 watching. Guys, hit the like button, please, and thank you. Thank you, everybody. Look at that. We're already ahead in the like. So that means, like I always tell you guys, when that happens, we always have good people in the chat. When it doesn't happen, the pussy pack is live and direct. Because they come in here, watch the loser bash toy companies on a Saturday night. What a bunch of bums. Let's see. Didn't he? Yeah. Carlo, he knows what he's talking about. He knows his favorite CD. I think it's called Adam Lambert's Prom Date. Oh my God. Unbelievable, Ash. Unbelievable. Ash was like, I don't listen to I'm just checking something left by Rudy. Oh, Michael just got Doc Brown from Saturn Toys. Look at that. That head sculpt looks. But it's the outfit, Michael. It's that outfit that we need. Hopefully, with the updates, we will get those outfits. Because remember, they're going to redo the Back to the Future line again. Inevitable. So hopefully, with those updates, we will get the those, what do you call it? Those new outfits. The best thing in Australia is Margot Robbie. You forgot the T. Margot. It's Margot. Pronounced Margot, but it's Margot. Margot Robbie. Yeah, she's the best. She's better than Ash. Oh, man. Evan. All I have, I will show proof. Ash, let me tell you something, okay? You don't have to show proof to anybody, okay? If you love Adam, you love Adam. It's not a problem. No, we're not here to judge you. If you like his music, you like his music. We're not in the car listening to it with you, so don't worry about it. You like Adam Lambert. Who's going to tell you that you're wrong? Who's going to say, oh, Ash, you shouldn't be listening to Adam Lambert? No, it's okay. Now we know that you love it, and that's it. Nothing wrong with it. You don't have to be ashamed of Adam Lambert. Oh, my God. Guys, hit the like button. There's 17 of you guys in here. Thank you guys for being here. Oh, my God. What about crocodile? Something you can't go. Yeah, no. Also, guys, I don't know if you guys saw Michael's picture when he posts. He has a Rambo knife. He has a whole Rambo knife to open his boxes. Imagine. Unbelievable. Yesterday, he posted the two T800s, and he had the big Rambo knife next, literally with the ridges on the side and everything. And I said, take it easy, John Rambo. Oh, my God. Unbelievable. See what happens, Ash? When you are open and honest with the chat, we embrace you even more. Right? We're not here putting you down. We're not here telling you, oh, look, Ash loves Adam Lambert. No. Embrace it, love it. We like you more for it, for being open and honest. I understand that Eminem sounds better. I get it. Oh, I like Eminem. It sounds better. You know what I mean? But truthfully, we know that you love Adam Lambert better. Oh my God. He says, so what's that? What's the number for Ice again? Ash, disrespectful.
How dare you?
Disrespectful.
Y'all don't ever disrespect me.
Disrespectful. Disrespectful, Ash. You get this. Ash, disrespectful. Never again, Ash, okay? Don't do that. Now you're going too far, Ash. Now you're going too far. Oh, man. Coolest thing is make them that you heard it here first. Are they? Unbelievable. Let me guess, Rudy. Let me guess. You're getting the deluxe exclusive for $7,000. For $7,000? Unbelievable. No respect. Hustle's my friend. Welcome.
I'm doing.
Happy Wednesday. Oh my God. That is hysterical. Asper has been tasting that. He likes Hunter X. Oh my God. You're so much fun. No, Ash, I'm telling you, don't ever come in here being ashamed. Don't ever come in here thinking that you have to hide being yourself, thinking that you're not going to be liked if you listen to Adam Lambert. No, it's okay. Like, obviously you didn't tell me this to tell them, you told me privately, so I wouldn't tell them publicly. But even when you told me, like, oh, my favorite group is Beyonce, like, I didn't, Destiny's Child, because I love Beyonce. Like, there's nothing wrong with Destiny's Child. There's nothing wrong with Beyonce. You know what I mean? Like, if you love Destiny's Child and Beyonce, that is okay. Oh my God, imagine. Guys, he didn't say that. He didn't say that. Oh my God, can you imagine? Beyonce has some nice. Yeah, did you guys hear? She's getting divorced from what's his name? Jay-Z, because of what's going on with your boy Epstein. That's crazy. Everything that's going on with those files is insane. I don't know if you guys saw Thule's name in there too. I said, no. He said, you clown. Oh my God.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
He said, I said none of it. Oh my God. Yep, the word JC for yeah. Oh no, it's crazy. It is crazy. But here's the thing, though. Here's what's like pathetic about all that. She knew all of it. She knew that it was happening. They all know it. But now that it's public, oh, I can't be attached to that. Same thing with Melinda Gates and Bill Gates. Oh, she didn't know. She didn't know what was going on. She had no idea. She was a victim. And then when it came out public, she's like, see ya. It's all a joke. It's all for show. Fast Big Bunny, a big Bad Bunny fan. Especially being from his neck of the I am not Puerto Rican, okay?
Y'all don't ever disrespect me.
I am not Puerto Rican by any means at all. Maybe you are, Bradley, Dirty Hands, Filthy Hands Cooper. It's like when you turn on the lights, roaches flee. Yo, it's crazy. It's so crazy. And people have been talking about this for years that it's been going on. Everybody's like, oh, you're a conspiracy theorist. You're a conspiracy. Like, it is crazy. Anytime somebody calls you a conspiracy theorist, you know they're retarded. That's the new one. If you guys ever get called a conspiracy theorist, that person calling you that is retarded. They're serving times to avoid. Oh, absolutely. 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 Again, it's all a joke. It's all obvious. You know, because they all know. They know what goes on. They know what they do. But now that it's public, oh, I can't be attached to that. I can't be associated with that. Please get a life. Bradley, the Puerto Rican Dirty Hands Cooper. That's a great name. All right, guys, let's get started. So, so a little reminder. Let's start with Social Toys. So a little reminder of what happened, what was teased by Social Toys. Remember, Present Toys did their own version of this too. I don't know how many they've done already. I know Cyclops was out. I want to say Magneto is out. I don't know what else they've made from their lines. Any word from my? No, yeah, nope, nothing. Like I said, I think he's done. I think he's retired. I think he threw the towel because nothing. Correct, Bradley Filthy Hands Cooper. So again, reminder that this is what was going on. This one was already released, right? Jean Grey was supposed to, as you can see, but nothing yet. We got Rogue. Remember, she was limited, but I believe 300 pieces. Gambit was also released. Also, I believe it was 300 pieces. Now we have Storm, right? We get Storm. We get X-23, which again, she's not here. And we get Sabretooth, which is also not here. So let's start with Sabretooth, guys. So one thing that someone pointed out to me regarding Sabretooth was, if you guys pay attention to, you know, the comic look of Sabretooth, not the movie look, right? Not from X-Men Origins Wolverine, not that look. Not even the Sabretooth from the original X-Men, right? Not that hairy look, which is kind of like this, but not really. Remember, he had like long hair, which was a different take on Sabretooth. If you guys pay attention to NoFest, biggest fan, I get drunk. This guy. If you guys pay attention to his shape, right? His muscle mass, his body type, he's very, very muscular. If you look at the Mondo version of it, if you look at the Mondo version of Sabretooth, right, it's very comic accurate, right? So it is very bulky, right? Big shoulders, big bicep, your typical, you know, animation character, right? Which they're all very muscular, they're all very bulky, they're all very big. So as you can see, right, very, very small body compared to what he's really supposed to look like. Which again, somebody else pointed out. I didn't really pay attention. I'm not getting any of these figures because, like I said, I told the chat and I told the other person too. Remember that Hot Toys is very busy with their CMS line, with their comic line, masterpiece series. So it's always possible that they come out. I'm not saying they're going to make exactly these, but it is always possible for them to make, for example, an X-23. Just out of left field. Why? Because of the left X-23 that was just released. Also, once they start with the X-Men from Doomsday, which is going to happen, we're most likely going to start getting comic book versions of these characters as well. So we're going to get a Cyclops from the movie Doomsday. We're going to get at some point a comic book Cyclops as well. So another, most likely a Storm version or a Hono version, right? Anything's possible because remember that Magneto was made for Hono. So most likely Hono. I completely forgot about Hono. So most likely Hono, right? We'll start getting all of these comic style characters, you know. So I told the chat, do not go crazy with these characters. Even though you guys know I love Social Toys. Social Toys is my favorite third-party company. Do not go crazy with these characters if you're worried about space, if you're worried about, if you're worried about money, because we're going to get bombarded with other stuff. Like I said, Hono is the company that they're doing these comic versions with. Not necessarily, CMS by Hot Toys. But again, they're also doing comic, right? So either one could get us some of these figures. Specifically, like, for example, Magneto was made, right? Which is a partial head sculpt. They gave us a animated face. Wolverine, we've gotten how many Wolverines? We got regular, we got brown, we got unmasked. What else? A Cyclops, right? Cyclops would also be a partial face, right? Just the bottom face, because the top is covered with the goggles, and then obviously the exposed top with the hair, forehead exposed, and then hair exposed. So that's also a possibility from Hono. Obviously, again, Hot Toys could do it too, but because the Hono line is getting into all that stuff, it only makes sense that they continue doing that from Hono. Again, doesn't mean we can't get anything from the CMS line, but most likely continued by Hono. So already, like I said, this figure looks great, right? A lot of people talk about why is it wearing not a lot of people. Someone said, I think it was Ernesto maybe. Why is he wearing pajamas? And so again, this is the suit. I think it's fine, right? I don't have a problem with the suit at all. It looks very good. We get two head sculpts, as you can see, right? We get the grinning head sculpt with the teeth closed, with the mouth closed, and then we get it with the mouth open, which again, really cool. We get a lot of value from Social Toys usually. Same thing with the blade, very cheap figure, great price, great quality, great accessories for not very expensive. I believe some of these, I don't know what their price was. I believe somebody said it was $198 in the members chat. I don't remember who it was. So not expensive. Again, Social Toys always gives you great value with good price point, good quality figures. But again, when it comes to the body of this one specifically, it is not very accurate, at least to the muscle mass of it, right? The shoulders should be massive. The biceps should be massive. But if this is something you need in your collection, then obviously it is what it is. It's perfectly fine to get. So like I told you guys, I won't be getting any of these because I know what's coming. And if I start getting all of these, which they could make a ton of these, guess what? You're going to have to be doubling up with whatever else is coming down the line, whether it's Hono, whether it's comic book, CMS from Hot Toys. I am not looking to do all that. I'm not looking to, if I get this, for example, and comic book, CMS comes out with it again, what am I going to do? How they get you, though, as you can see, 299 pieces only. They've been doing this, right? Remember, like I said, Gambit was 300, Rogue was 300, Old Man Wolverine, I believe, was a certain amount too, was a limited amount as well. So they do this because it's quick money, it's easy money, and it creates, hype. Oh, it's only $299. I better jump on it, and they actually increase in price after they're gone, which they're supposed to, right? Very limited amount. So if Hot Toys decides to make this, obviously it'll be better no matter who makes it, whether it's Hono or whether it's, Hot Toys CMS line, it'll be 100% better. So I am not, and these look great. I'm not saying this look bad by any means at all. Like I said, you're getting value, 2 head sculpts. The claws look great. Everything about the suit looks incredible. For this look, I don't need any of it. So, like I said, they don't even tell you the price on here. Does anybody know the price for all 3? Can somebody put in the chat so I know how much they're? Like I said, I know somebody said $198, which sounds about right. Also, guys, a lot of people don't even know where to order these things. TNS, okay? TNS is apparently, which I didn't know, according to Rudy, is their unofficial distributor, right? So they get the announcements first, TNS Toys. GiantToy.com also gets these Social Toys figures. That's why I get all my Social Toys, gianttoy.com. If you check Giant Toy right now, they may not be up on their website yet. I'm going to check right now. But they always get them no matter what. TNS will get them immediately to make those sales, obviously, because, again, if they're attached, they're going to be number one. But Giant Toy gets them as well. So they're not up on Giant Toy yet. Giant Toy, like I said, I always get them from Giant Toy. It may take them a couple days to get them up on their website. Obviously, most likely because TNS deals with them directly, so they get exclusivity first to put them up, so they can get that money first from whoever's going to pre-order right away. If you haven't yet, Giant Toy will have them as well, and you will be able to get them even faster than TNS, and Rudy can tell you that. Rudy got his Blade 3 invoice about 2 weeks before I got mine, and I was like, I didn't get anything yet. I got my invoice 2 weeks after Rudy. I got my figure about 2 weeks before Rudy got his. And remember, TNS is supposed to be their unofficial distributor. So how come he didn't get it first if that's the case? So if you're in no rush to get these figures, Giant Toy will have them. You will most likely get it faster than TNS. I've ordered from TNS maybe once. I think I ordered my 3 Gambits from TNS out of fear that Giant Toy wasn't going to have them, but then I learned that they had them. So that's what I'm telling you. Just wait a little bit because you will be able to get them. Guys, there's 25 of you guys in here. Please hit that like button if you haven't yet. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Fabs, I'm Mr. Aussie. Oh, did you say we're going to have to show a diaper? This guy. Unbelievable, Ash. Unbelievable. Unlicensed garbage. Unbelievable. No respect. No respect for Social Toys. Tuli, do you own anything Social Toys? Let me know if you do. Order now. You have them in years, maybe 5. They expedite them. No, once they're out, they come out really quickly. But yeah, one thing that people were complaining about in one of the groups was that they were talking about how they were not going to put up pre-orders until their previous pre-orders were already taken care of. So people were crying about that in the groups. They were talking about, I heard, they were supposed to take care of everything first before putting up for pre-order. And then somebody says, I will never order anything from them again. Again, the same conversation. Somebody mentioned that it looks like they're cash poor, so they need, some money to be able to finish up what they have, for pre-order. So that's what they're thinking, that they're doing these, as last second, so they could get these deposit money and pump it into the previous projects that are supposed to be out whenever. So that's possible, right? Remember, these companies are always struggling for money. Look at what's happening with Mars Toys and Toys Era. Remember, we were supposed to get the Mars Toys Black Manta for how many years now? Remember, we were supposed to get the Steppenwolves, the Chrome Steppenwolves from Toys Era. How long now? So again, why is it taking so long? Who the hell knows? Maybe they're having issues with those plastic panels. Maybe they're too cheap and they're breaking. Something's going on, right? I don't know if they're going the Hot Toy Stormtrooper way, which is a black undersuit on the body and then just panels on top. We don't know. Which is most likely the easiest way to do it. I don't think they're making an entire plastic figure. I don't think that's feasible. I think that would be more problematic than anything. But where are the figures, right? Especially that Black Manta. It's been forever. And I ordered mine like 2 years after the thing was up for pre-order. So imagine that. How does he wash your hands, Brad? Surprised there haven't been any Hono announcements recently. They're coming. They're coming. Just you wait. They're coming. I'll say it to you, Fad, these look horrendous. No, they don't. Again, when somebody has no taste, right? Like I said, I don't even know if you own social toys. If you don't own social toys, you don't know what these figures are like. Again, you don't have to like them, but they don't look bad, right? They don't look bad at all. They actually look really nice. And again, from social toys, very good quality bodies, very good quality materials, way better than Present Toys, way better than Mars Toys, way better than any other third-party company you could think of. Toys Era, Premier Toys, better than any of that stuff. That's why they're my favorite, because I have, a few of the product. Never disappointed. Never disappointed. Their scale also the closest out of every single other third-party company, closest scale to Hot Toys. Heroes, welcome. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button. There's 16 of you guys in here. Thank you guys for being here. Yeah, for real. What's up with Hono? They've been super quiet. It's coming. Remember, they don't really need to be pumping out Hot Toys, because remember, the Hot Toys is their moneymaker, right? So we're still getting announcements for Hot Toys. They don't really need to give us, $100-something announcements to take up time from them doing what makes the money, which is Hot Toys, right? That's why I said wait until their New Year's. Wait till after New Year's. You're gonna be like, I'm sorry, I asked for this. You're gonna be like this, Tuli. Fab bashes Jazzing but loves this. Jazzing sucks. Jazzing is trash. Jazzing doesn't make figures. What are you talking about? Unbelievable. Just got my new Deadpool special. Yeah, that's a great figure. That's a really nice figure. You get Baby Pool. You get that nice base. You get the golden guns. You'll have to get that figure. If you're collecting the Deadpool figures, you have to have that figure. Period. Fast for sure, John Toy. No, 100%. That's why I get them all. I get all my social toys there. Fabs, I have respect for you, but you don't pick on Aussie even on that. This guy, unbelievable. Let's see, Victor Creed, aka Sabretooth. Brad, I in a bag. Fabs, have you pre-ordered the Bad Batch Stormtrooper? Yes, I did. The one with the cloak thing. I did. I think I did. Yeah, the special edition. You had to. Ashley's got to go on also be bag. I can tell we respect. I can tell we respect all humans in here. Guys, hit the like button, please. There's 20 of you guys in here. So, again, looks great. I think there's no issue, at least for me, right? I don't have a problem with any of this. I think this is perfectly fine. It looks really, really good. Again, 2 head sculpts for the amount of price that we get, right? Which like I said, I believe it's $198 if I'm not mistaken. I didn't even bother looking because I'm not getting any of them anyway. Which kind of sucks because I love social toys and they look really good, but we're gonna get bombarded with all this stuff now. Now that X-Men is gonna be mainstream, especially with Hot Toys, forget it. We're gonna start getting, and they already started. Like I said, Hono already started with Magneto, right? They did. What was the other one they did? Forget what was the other one the Wolverine. So that's just the beginning. That's just the beginning, and it's if they see, and again, not literally, right? Not that they're waiting for somebody to make a figure for them to then, oh, here's ours. No, but they're gonna start seeing that this is creating some hype, and they're gonna pump out theirs. Not that they're sitting there waiting, because remember, and a lot of people assume this all the time, that anytime a company comes out with a certain product, then all of a sudden Hot Toys shows theirs, and it's like, oh, look, they were waiting for this. No. Because remember, how long do you guys think it took them to create that prototype for the prototype pictures? It's not something that they just put together overnight. Oh, look, Social Toys came out with Sabretooth. We got to put ours together overnight. It doesn't work like that, right? So when people say that, they sound retarded, because that means for them to pump out a figure after somebody else does it means it was already being worked on way before. right? They got to sculpt the figure, the head sculpt. They got to make the suit properly, right? They got to make whatever body for it. Because remember, Hot Toys is not a generic basic bitch. They customize every single body they use for the figures. So it's not like they just went and, oh, we got to put something together to compete. No, that's not how that works. So whatever you guys see, let's say again, for example, So Toys come out with 3 today. And let's say Hot Toys comes out with theirs tomorrow. Again, hypothetical. That means that, oh, look, they copied So Toys, so they went and did it overnight. Like, that doesn't work like that. For them to have a figure ready for prototype or a prototype ready for pictures, for announcement, for promo, that figure was done weeks, if not months prior. No company makes a prototype overnight. Remember, where are you going to get a head sculpt overnight? If you weren't planning on making it, where are you getting a head sculpt made overnight? Where are you going to get a suit perfectly tailored for a specific custom body that they make overnight? That's not a thing. I'm not saying they can't make it quick, but it's not happening overnight. So when people say, oh, look, they did it because they copied or they did. No, you're retarded. That means that they already were working on that figure to have it ready for prototype for weeks, if not months, if not years. Again, depending on the figure. So it makes no sense when people say that. No, Fabs, I don't know. I don't own. There you go. So that's what I'm saying. But I do own enough Hot Toys to know. No. So that's the problem. To make sense, right? So not owning, right? You don't have to like anything. You don't have to like third party, right? A lot of people, I'm like that too, right? I'd rather have Hot Toys over any other company, especially over third party. But if you don't own Social Toys, you don't know what you're missing out on. And again, not that you need anything from Social Toys anyway, but these figures are very good. The scales are very good. The bodies are very good. The materials are very good. The best third-party company out there, the best. There's no other better third-party company than this. So that's the thing, right? So because you haven't experienced it, it's easy for you to dismiss it and say, oh, this is garbage, which again, it is what it is. But if you had some of these in hand, you'd be like, holy shit, that Gambit, sick figure. That Old Man Logan, sick figure. That Rogue, a lot of people hated it. That was a nice figure. I have Negasonic Teenage Warhead. That's a beautiful figure. Very basic, very tiny. The head sculpt, very good. What else do they have? The Bloodsport, Social Toys Bloodsport. Very good. What else? So, everything they make is very good compared. The head sculpt of the Social Toys Peacemaker head sculpt compared to the Toys Era, not Toys Era, Present Toys head sculpt. Social Toys destroys it. So they're just better as a company overall. But if you haven't experienced it, like I said, it's very simple and very easy for you to be like, oh, this is garbage. And again, the characters, even on top of that, the characters will be like, oh, I don't really need these characters in this look, right? I don't need them this way. So even easier for you to dismiss it. But as a company, the best shit. The best shit. Moro, welcome.
Hello!
Oh my God, Hot Toys rule. This is Thule's burner. Unbelievable. No respect. Let's see. Oh, sorry, we're talking figures here. What? Guys, hit the like button, please. There's 18 of you guys in here. Thank you guys for hitting the like button already. Big Dog, how are you? Welcome. I didn't even see you. I wonder if I can send my Social Toys Omni-Man. See, they've made so many things. I don't have every single one, but they make really good shit. The Omni-Man, that other guy with the blue and the blue, yellow, and those goggles. I forget the name because I didn't watch the show. That's a great figure too. You get a battle damage head and you get a cleaned head. Again, value, quality, it looks great. So Social Toys makes really good shit. Omni-Man, Invincible, Homelander, and Billy Butcher to my local comic shop. Oh, I don't know about that. But again, they make good stuff. Also, the boys, right? Billy Butcher, Homelander, the Invincible, I believe it's the blue guy, the blue and yellow guy. They're great figures. Great figures. Again, for a third party, incredible. You know? So what? I mean, I get it. These characters work as fillers for shot. Yes and no, right? We don't know that Hot Toys is going to make a Sabretooth. We don't know that. So it can't be considered a filler. But people, now that we have Wolverines, right? We have Old Man Logan from Social Toys. We have Wolverine, 3 Wolverines from Hono, right? And we have specifically that comic look of Wolverine. So why wouldn't you want this figure to go to pair up with that Wolverine? It's a no-brainer. So it's not about necessarily a filler, you know, because you're not, when people were buying, for example, the Wolverines that I just mentioned, right? We got the original one, then we got the brown suit one, then we got the unmasked one. People weren't buying that as a filler, waiting for the Wolverine, the Deadpool Wolverine. Absolutely not. That's a completely different look to a Wolverine, right? That's the animation Wolverine. This here, who says that Hot Toys is making this? Nobody knows that. Obviously, if they do, it's going to be a billion times better than this, but nobody knows that they're making that. So if anybody buys this, it's for what? To go with their Wolverine if they have it, you know, to have this style of X-Men in their collection, which again, it's animation, not movie. So it's not necessarily a filler. It's because, you know, they go with other figures that Hot Toys already made, right? That will look incredible paired up with stuff like this. Period. That's it. Not necessarily a filler, you know. Alberto, ¿cómo está? Buenas noches. Feliz miércoles. Bienvenido.
Konnichiwa means what's up?
I hate the comic book accurate Green Goblin from Social Toys next to my comic book Hot Toys Spider-Man that comes with the green scorpion tail and that green goblin. Looks great. Right? That comic book Green Goblin, that's another figure that I have from Social Toys. Looks great. That's not a filler for the movie version Green Goblin. Absolutely not. Two completely different worlds, two completely different looks, two completely different versions. You know, so, you know, people didn't get that as a filler. People got it because it's a completely different look. That is a comic book version look. And Hot Toys made the classic Spider-Man with that scorpion tail as a diorama display base. And they go together beautifully. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Just it's because you don't get third party, Tuli. That's the problem. You know, you don't get any third party. Again, not that you have to, but because you're not exposed to it, you're like, it's easy for you to dismiss it, which is, you know, again, it is what it is. Guys, hit the like button, please. There's 22 of you guys in here. Thank you guys for hitting the like button. We got 19 likes. We got 23 watching. Guys, hit the like button, please. And thank you. I just know if I got this and then Hot Toys announces the exact same figure, well, that's it. And that's why I don't get everything sometimes. Because once, if I were collecting as fillers, like you said, right, which I never do, I never say, oh, let me get this for now until the good one comes out and then I'll sell it. I have never done that. I will never do that. If I get a figure, it's because I want the figure. But it's not like, oh, let me have it as a filler and then I'll get rid of it until the good one comes out. I will never do that. I don't sell my collection. I have never sold anything. Once I got it, I never said, oh, well, the better one came out, so let me get rid of it. Like I will never do that. So that's why I don't have to buy everything, you know, because I'm just going to get stuck with buying the same character over and over and over as a filler. Nah. So that's why I don't do it. And like I said, you know, we don't know that Hot Toys is making a Sabretooth. Possible. Anything's possible. We don't know that they're making it, right? There's no reason for them to make a Sabretooth, right? He's not that amazing, humongous of a character that it's such a big deal to have or for them to make, right? So we don't know that. So anybody buying this, it's not a filler until Hot Toys makes it. Anything's possible. They have the comic line. They have the Hono line. So it is possible. There's no reason for them to make that, but it is possible. So somebody buying this is not saying, oh, I'm going to buy this until Hot Toys or Hono makes it. Like, no, because we don't know that they're making that. So you're buying this. You're buying because you like it. You're buying because you want it to go with the Wolverine from Hono, right? You want it because you want it to, for whatever reason. But it's not, at least it shouldn't be a filler because what are you filling? What are you filling? Again, we don't know that Hot Toys is making this. We don't know that Hono is making this. So filler of what? But if you have the Hono Wolverines, that's going to look incredible. Going to look very good next to this guy. So that's why most likely people are getting that. Fabs, send your pick on Instagram. Gerardo, welcome.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up?
Hello, my fellow Asian Tibetan wool hair collector. This guy. Let me see. Correct, Bradley. Correct. Look at TK pumping out videos right now. Instead of watching the stream, he's pumping out Arkham City Batman figures. Unbelievable. Disrespectful, TK. Disrespectful. So that's the issue with that. But again, if you don't collect third parties at all, then again, there's nothing for you to worry about, right? You are saving a lot of money. You are saving a lot of money that you could, focus on Hot Toys with. So it is what it is. Guys, there's 24 of you guys in here. Please hit that like button. So next, guys, we got X-23. So the one thing, again, she looks really good. Something unexpected, right? She was not part of the Social Toys, little picture announcement thing that they showed that they were going to make all these figures from the X-Men. But the one exciting thing about this is now that X-23 is out, right? Because of the fact that Hot Toys, Social Toys is, their scale is very close to what Hot Toys figures are. You can most likely try to, again, I don't know if it's going to work now with those new hookups, the new adapters for the rolling eye head sculpts, but you can most likely put X-23's head sculpt by Hot Toys on this and have that style. Again, is it going to look good? I don't know. But the only issue you're going to run into is that adapter. For those who watched my Amazing Spider-Man 2.0 video, it was out. I put it out last night at like almost midnight. I tried to change the head sculpt for those who didn't watch it. I said that we are gonna get the Amazing Spider-Man figure, the Amazing Spider-Man 2.0 figure, right? That figure is gonna get made 1,000,000,000%. The battle damage head sculpt for the Amazing Spider-Man 2.0 figure is gonna get cleaned up, and we're gonna get it for the Amazing Spider-Man 2 figure, right? Remember, the No Way Home Andrew Garfield suit is the same exact suit from the Amazing Spider-Man 2. So all they got to do is just give us the head sculpt, and there's your entire figure. So during the video, I tried putting the head sculpt. I just tried swapping the head sculpts, even removing the adapter. I tried putting it on the No Way Home head sculpt. Didn't work. Why? The No Way Home neck post, right? The ball, the two-sided ball neck joint, right? The one goes into the body, the other one goes into the head sculpt, is way too big for the neck adapter of the 2.0. So it's not going to work. So I kind of like rigged it a little bit and I put it on and it looks fine. That's what we're getting. So we're getting the Amazing Spider-Man 2.0 figure by getting the Andrew Garfield head sculpt that we got for the 2.0, for the 2.0, cleaned up, because that's the best head sculpt we've gotten for Andrew Garfield, because the No Way Home one sucked. And getting the rolling eyes too, And all they have to do is literally change the neck adapter, the neck connector, right? The ball, right? Pull that one out, the ball joint. Put the new one on with the neck adapter for the rolling eyes, and there's your entire figure. All they got to do is give you hands, again, from the No Way Home version, webbing from the No Way Home version, and whatever other, special edition accessories, whatever deluxe version they want to make out of that. But the figure is inevitable. It's an easy figure to make. Everything's literally already done for it. Remember that I tell you guys, you need to make a head sculpt clean before you make a battle damage. Obviously, the Andrew Garfield Amazing Spider-Man figure head sculpt had to be made clean before they had to bloody it up. So it's coming. So just wait until that's announced. This X-23 looks good. Some third party are collecting worthy, in my opinion. My Flashpoint Studio Blue Beetle is awesome. See, I didn't even get that one because they make really tiny stuff, right? Flashpoint usually makes smaller figures. Even, that's a nice looking figure though, right? The color combination of it. But, Flashpoint doesn't really, like, for example, their die-cast Flash was very good. I didn't get their Nightmare Deathstroke, right? Looked kind of funky. I was like, oh, it's not a big deal that I missed it. The girl, right? Aquaman's girlfriend, I forget her name. Mara. Is it Mara? Mira. I didn't get her either. I was like, it is what it is. She's not, she don't look amazing either. But that Cowboy Deadpool looks incredible. So, depends on the figure, but they're not the greatest either. They make good stuff, but they're not the greatest. Now that one looks good. So again, what's exciting about this one is the possibility of, guys, there's 28 of you guys in here. Please hit that like button. The possibility of being able to attach the X-23 Hot Toys head sculpt on this. Again, possibility. May not work, right? Maybe a smaller body for this figure than the X-23 Hot Toys body. But this is why people, may be excited for this. But again, an X-23, when the hell did we think we were getting an X-23 from anybody? So another thing, looks like we got two head sculpts. I don't know if they're giving you a bottom mouthpiece, a swappable mouthpiece. I don't know. Again, anything's possible. Or we're just getting two full-blown head sculpts, which they usually do. So Toys usually gives us a full extra head sculpt. So who the hell knows? But very, very good-looking figure. Really, really nice, really, really clean. Again, classic look of X-23, comic look to X-23. So very exciting if you like your X-Men, if you like, if you're thinking of going down this, rabbit hole with all these X-Men figures that they're going to be making. Like I said, I already have my Rogue, I have my Gambit. I'm not going to get every single one. Impossible, because they're going to make a ton. And remember that Social Toys is also making the Flash figures, which we're still waiting for. So it is, for me at least, it is impossible to be getting everything because I don't buy and then sell my stuff like a lot of people do. They'll get this stuff and then, it doesn't matter because I'll sell it anyway. I don't do that. So once I have something, it's for me to keep forever. So I have to be very careful with the things I buy when it comes to room. And this is not something that, it's going to make or break my collection. It's not going to make my collection any better to have this specific character or Sabretooth for that matter. So that's why I don't really care for any of them. But again, another 299 pieces only, like Sabretooth. Like I said, I don't know the price, but it looks like another $198 figure. Nobody gave me the prices before. Thank you, everybody, for your help. So, it is what it is. Looks like someone at Social Toys watches WWE while naming this the Bloodline. They got the Bloodline, then they got the what was the other one? The Creed. So, that's what's cool about them. And then last but not least, we got Storm. She looks incredible, I'll tell you that. She looks very, very good. The outfit looks really, really nice. Somebody pointed out that they didn't like the baggy sleeves, which again, to me, that's comic book accurate, right? To me, that's, I think the 92 show, X-Men 92, I think I know she had something hanging from here, but I don't know if the sleeves are supposed to be baggy. So, they didn't like that. But again, I think she looks beautiful. I think she looks really good. She has the Thunderbolt earrings, also like on the show, right? She gets four pairs of hands, right? 2 with the electric effect, and then 2 with the cyclone effects right here. So you get 2 of these, 1 for each hand, and then you get 2 of these with the electric, right? With the thunder, lightning, with the lightning effect. So another, again, very basic. It's all about the suit, right? As you can see, they're not giving you much articulation, right? Slight knee bend, right? Very, very basic movement. But again, another great looking figure. Again, is this going to make or break my collection? Absolutely not. It looks like, though, the cape is attached to the wrist, as you can see, with these little rings here. So if you move her arms up, the cape also looks like wings, and it looks like it's attached to. Not it looks like they're attached to the wrist. So I don't know if this is wired. It could be wired. We don't know yet. Maybe not. I don't think so, but it could be. But again, very, very basic, beautiful head sculpt. The eyes, to me, are my favorite, all white, just like Creed and just like X-23, right? So they don't even have to spend time on painting eyeballs, but very, very good-looking figures. Fab says 2 changeable face. Oh, so it's the faceplates. Okay. Actually, smart. I didn't even read this. Interchangeable hands, 2 fists, relaxed hands. 2 interchangeable lower parts, face. Yeah, so they're giving you faceplates. There you go. Thank you, Ash. So this one, you get 1 normal face head sculpt, body, 28 centimeters tall, 6 pieces of interchangeable hands. Yeah, so again, very basic costume, 1 meticulous tailored weather. So again, the tailoring, that's why it looks so good, right? The tailoring looks very, very good. But again, when it comes to articulation, you're not expecting this to do much, but it doesn't mean that it's a bad figure, Do you think Hot Toys will do figures for the animated X-Men 94 show? They could. Again, anything's possible. They have the license for all this stuff. So, they have all the, like I said, Hono, they already started making some stuff for. CMS, it's inevitable too. And then obviously Doomsday. Obviously, Doomsday is a different world, right? They're still X-Men. They're still, the same characters, but they're going to look different, right? Remember, for Doomsday, for the MMS line, they need the likeness permission. For Hono, they don't really need a permission, somebody's face permission, right? Or likeness permission to make the figure, right? Because it's a very generic look to it, very animated look to it, right? So it's easier for them to make those figures, pump them out left and right because they don't need, that much permission to make them. But animation or animated versions are way easier, which is, why I think with the Hono, we're gonna get a whole bunch of them. Like I said already, we got Magneto, we got Wolverine, we got that black suit Spider-Man. What else do we get from that? I don't remember what else we got from that regarding X-Men. But, doesn't mean that they're just going to stop and be like, all right, we're moving on to some. They're going to keep going and go. And if you guys remember how they made that black suit Spider-Man, it was literally cloth. It was a cloth outfit for that black suit Spider-Man with that, with that head sculpt, which was also cloth. So very basic stuff to make them easy money. Guys, hit the like button, please. There's 27 of you guys in here. It looks like we're roaching again. Looks like the roaches are live and direct again. Storm X-23, look good. Sabertooth is another story. Out of the 3, Storm is the one I want. Yeah, no, she looks amazing. She looks amazing. I think she looks very classy, right? The all white with the gold and the red really pops, right? The eyes look sick. So the boots look incredible, right? Tall boots. So she looks great. She looks really good. Again, I don't need any of this. so I am good. Remember, like I said, I'm waiting for every single Flash. I didn't get the 80s Flash that just came out. I didn't pre-order. I wish I would have, but again, it doesn't look the greatest, so it is what it is. But I'm waiting for the Reverse Flash. That figure looks incredible. I'm waiting for that limited version Red Flash with the head sculpt. I didn't get the double pack of the Garrett Flashes, and the Kid Flash also I'm waiting for. So, that's why I'm not balls deep on any other stuff like Rudy's balls deep on Hermione. But, it's going to take up a lot of space. And like I said, and I told you guys, I'm not even buying everything Hono either. I am not balls deep. I didn't get a Magneto from Hono. I didn't get a Magneto from Present Toys. I didn't get a Cyclops from Present Toys. I am not looking to, fill up my collection with all this animation stuff. I am not, because I know that the MMSs are going to be way better, right? Overall as a figure, right? Remember, MMSs are better than Hono all around, right? So when it comes to the likenesses, the head sculpts, the accessories, the quality, the, everything about the movie figures and the Hot Toys figures are going to be way better than anything Hono. So that's why I'm not looking to fill up all my room with all these things and then be asked out when the movie, when the movie figures come out, and then, oh, what am I going to do? Where am I putting all this stuff? Like, I am not doing that to myself. So that's why I could help, not getting these. But if it was a different story, forget it. I would be getting all of this stuff. And again, the FOMO is there's only 299, so you better act fast. That's how they get you, but I'm good. I am good on the FOMO. Like I said, my Gambit, I love my Gambit. I love my Rogue. I love my Old Man Logan. I love all my social toys, but these I am good on. Like I said, we're going to get a Storm. We're going to get an X-23. I don't know, right? Again, we could get it from Hono. But again, or comic book, who knows? CMS. A Sabretooth again, possible for CMS or Hono. Is it likely? Probably not. But again, anything's possible. Ringo, welcome.
I'm doing.
Nice to see you. Welcome. So, you know what I mean? Anybody getting all three? I want to know in the chat who's getting all three, because I want to know who's going to be one of the lucky 299 pieces owners. Let me know who's getting all three. I would like to know. See, like this one's the one I was telling you about. I didn't get this. I should have, but again, look how basic it is. I don't think I'm really, and I watched the show. I have the entire series on DVD. I bought the entire show on DVD on Amazon, so I have like every season that was played. And so, I should have gotten it just for that, but I was like, it's kind of basic. It's going to be sold out anyway. It's most likely gone already. But I didn't really need it. It is what it is. I should have gotten it, but if I don't get it, I'm not, it's not a problem. So I want to show you guys the X-Men stuff that they had. I already showed you, but I'm going to show you again. See, is this what you're talking about, Carlo? This stuff? So it looks like Social Toys made their own. So that was the other version. So you said X Toys and Social Toys made it. Looks great. Looks great by Social Toys. Let's get to the X-Men stuff. So again, Social Toys is very, very good when it comes to here's the Old Man Logan. Great figure. The Mr. Knight, great figure. I have two of those. Right, this one I didn't get the Garrett. I forget his name, something Garrett or Garrett something. I didn't get these. Remember, this was a double pack. You get this version, the young version, and the older version. I didn't get these. You get the Zoom Black Mask. I have the Zoom figure, but I don't have. I didn't pre-order these. I was like, I don't really need them. Remember that the Hot Toys CW Flash came with this hat as well. This one's the one I was telling you about. I'm waiting for this one. Remember. 400 pieces limited with the head sculpt. I already have one, right? The very first one they made. I don't have one with the head sculpt, so I'm getting this one with the long hair head sculpt as well. And then obviously Reverse Flash. This thing looks incredible. Look at that head sculpt. Look at that figure. You get the dark eyes. So it's going to be an incredible figure too. And then Kid Flash as well looks beautiful. Great suit. So I'm waiting for those 3, and that's it. Let's get to the X-Men stuff. This Deathstroke I pre-ordered too. I wasn't gonna, but I said, you know what? He looks really good. He's most likely going to be nice and bulky because, again, Social Toys' scale is usually really decent. So this is going to be a badass figure. And as you can see, the head sculpt, it's not a separate head sculpt for the helmet. It's an actual helmet that goes over the head. When I noticed that, I was like, see, yeah, I bought it. I only pre-ordered this about 2 months ago. So this is also coming home. I can't wait for that figure to go with my other stuff, my BVS stuff. And let's get to X-Men. So Rogue, we already got. Great figure. Again, a lot of people didn't like her. What else? Where is the X-Men stuff? Here it is. Oh, no, that's not it. That was the release. Look, we were talking about this with the announcement, the release of the Nightwing. As you can see, obviously, this was a show Nightwing. This was not the video game Nightwing, but as you can see, great outfit. Not the same by any means of the video game one, but it's a very, very good outfit. Remember, Social Toys makes really good outfits, really good bodies, really good sizes. So this was a good one to have as well if you weren't planning on getting the video game one, because they're really good. Where is that? So remember, we were supposed to also get. Remember, we got all these silhouettes a long time ago, and we're still waiting for like Mr. Manhattan and all this stuff. Say this is the one I told you. This Bloodsport, great figure. Another great figure. Comes with the head sculpt, really, really good. Premier Toy, now Thunder Toys. Thunder Toys also made one as well. Better suit than Social Toys, but the scale of this one is way better, and the head sculpt of this one is way better. Let's go to the Gambit. This is a masterpiece. That Gambit was a beautiful, beautiful figure. This Rorschach was a great figure as well. I have this Superman too. The Superman was a good figure. Classic. This was another one that I have, very good. The Green Goblin I have. This Robin I don't have, but I have the one by Toys R Us. Let me see. Where is all that stuff? Did they remove it? Oh, they removed it, guys. They removed the X-Men stuff. No way. Yeah, this Superman I have as well. This guy I have. Ozymandias, I have him. Look, it looks like they're making a Black Manta, which we never got anything. I'm noticing this now for the first time. I could tell you if they make this is going to be better than the Mars Toys one, guaranteed. I'm just seeing this for the first time, so that's kind of crazy. Bloodsport, very good. This Kingpin was also very good. I think this one's yellowing now. I think this suit is yellowing. This Spider-Man figure is also very good. The Noir figure is also very good. I have both. Yeah, they deleted, guys. They removed all that X-Men stuff. This stuff is what I'm looking for. They removed it, which is kind of crazy. I don't know why they would do that. That's insane. Why would they take that away? No. I guess they're probably going to upload it now with the updates. That's probably what's happening. But the only update on there is Storm, because X-23 is not here, and neither is Sabretooth. So that's kind of weird. But again, that's probably what's happening. That's probably what's happening, guys. All right, let me catch up with you guys, and then we'll continue with the Hot Toys. Nah, I'm good. Wallet is safe. Oh, that Flash figure. No, they look great. They look really, really good. Really, really good. Yeah, so I might have to get the Social Toys version. Giant Toy has a Flash figure for oh, they do still. Okay, so I might get it. I might pre-order it last minute from there if it's not sold out by the time I get to it. Cassandra, welcome.
Hello.
How are you? Yeah, I may again, it's just for the classiness of it. You know what I mean? Like it's just I grew up watching that. I have the series. I was like, I should. But then I didn't because I'm like, I'm getting so many Flashes. Do I really need, every Flash? I was like, The one social toys I wish I would have gotten Constantine Paranormal Activity. No, they Paranormal Detective. They somebody's making that. Third party's making a Constantine. I think they did one years ago, and I think they redid it or they're gonna redo it or something. I forget the name of the company, but they did very basic, probably crappy too. But they did it, and then an exclusive add-on to it was like the mirror that you see in the movie, the very first scene, I believe, when the mirror's up on top or on the bottom. I forget what it was. I think it was on the bottom, where the demons get sucked into. That was the special edition or the deluxe version, exclusive or whatever it was. So somebody made it twice already. You can put a custom health desk up on Destro figure.
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that?
I was waiting for that 2.0 Nightwing for ages, but still no word. So I'm just getting the VGM. Oh, the show. Again, they're different, right? They're not supposed to be the same thing. One is VGM, video game, and the other one is from the actual show. But again, it is what it is, right? It's the same concept, right? Black suit, blue logo, right? Same thing. And like I said, Social Toys, you will never be disappointed with Social Toys. They make really good stuff. I passed on Starlight, aka Home Light. Yeah, she looks good too. Brad took me to the doctor yesterday. My ear bothering me, so I'm on steroids and allergy meds, very painful. Well, Cassandra, the good news is now that you're on steroids and you get muscular, you could fuck him up. Imagine. Well, feel better. Like I said, do those points. They will help you. Do not sleep on those points. They will help you. Hot Toys Black Manta. No, absolutely. But again, remember, Black Manta 1 and Black Manta 2, two different worlds. Remember, I don't know if you agree, but I think the Black Manta 1 was a way sexier figure than the Black Manta 2. Remember, the Black Manta by Hot Toys was literally a black skin-tight suit. Black Manta 1 is all the armor, the jetpack, all these different things. That's why everybody wanted it from Mars Toys, because nobody had shown that we were getting one, from one or Mark 1. So that's the thing, that it's just a better, a sexier looking, Black Manta, man, bigger, bulkier. I have the Hot Toys one. Great figure. But you can't beat the first one. The first one. Again, now Social Toys looks like, again, I hadn't seen that they were even teasing a Black Manta. Again, we haven't seen anything since that tease. So is it even coming? But I can tell you this. If that gets announced before the Mars Toys gets released, Kit's keeping my deposit because I am not getting the Mars Toys over the Social Toys. I will lose my deposit and not buy it and wait for Social Toys, because I can tell you right now, it will be better. Guaranteed. I don't even have to, let me see a prototype. I can tell you it's already going to be better. My uncle was in the Zack Snyder version of Watchmen. He was Dr. Manhattan's PR officer. Great movie. Have a lot of signatures from. Oh, that's sick. That is sick. My store reopens tomorrow from our remodel. Oh, look at that. Feel better, Cassandra. Oh my God. Yeah, Cassandra, fuck him up. Just do a few while you're at home. When he's washing his hands all day, grab just a couple little weights and just start doing this. Do this and do this. And you're going to see, being on steroids, Your arms are gonna get jacked up, and every time he doesn't want to wash his hands, fuck him up. Oh my god, can you imagine? I'm talking Matt Ryan, Constantine. Oh, I got you. Matt Ryan played him in his own show. I got you. I didn't know that. I got you. No, I thought you meant the movie. The movie was insane, and obviously, I don't know if you heard, but they're working on another one. So hopefully, for the second one, Hot Toys will get into it because remember they have likeness permission for, Johnny Silverhand, Neo, John Wick. So it's not like they can't do, you know what I mean, a Keanu Reeves Constantine. So that would be great. Shall learn sign language. No, it would have to be a serious issue. Oh my god. You guys are dorks. Ash, I'll just give her the finger. See? Cassandra, fuck him up. Make sure you doubled up on those steroids so you could grow faster and just fuck him up. So, let's go now to the main event. So we're going to get started, guys, with... Let's start with... All right, so we're going to do, like I said, 1974 Kamen Rider Amazon. This is the figure. This is the picture I showed you guys of what the figure was supposed to look like. Remember, we saw that little clip of the video, the little tease video. They didn't really show you much. So this is what the figure is, right? We saw the bike in the back. So what I learned was that this is the 1974 show, and there's also a 2016 show. Same concept, same Amazon thing, but as you can see, these are armored up. These look more robotic, right? More advanced. So this is a more updated version of this 1974. Remember, 1974 is this, and then we got a 2016 version, which are these, right? As you can see, there's a bunch of these. According to Patrick, shout out to Patrick, about 300, he said. 300 versions of these Kamen Riders. Again, so as you can see, these got names. So Omega Origin, Omega, New Omega, Alpha, Neo, Sigma, and Neo Alpha. So all different styles, all different versions. It looks like, I don't know if they're, just updated armors of themselves. Like, for example, these Omega, are they the same thing? I have no idea, right? This Neo and this Neo Alpha, are they the same thing? I have no idea. I think they're all different. I think they're all different armors, but they're all the same Kamen Rider Amazon stuff. Like I said, there's a whole 2016 series, and then the one that we're supposed to be getting, this guy, is 1974, specifically from 1974. Again, as you can see, these are actual toys of them. This is the 1974 version, the one we're talking about tonight, right? The one that was just announced by Hot Toys. And then these are the 2016 versions. As you can see, this one has literally no armor, right? You don't see any shoulder pads. You don't see anything about it that's updated, right? Nothing futuristic about it. These, though, as you can see, all armored up. All of these are from the 2016 series. This is from the 1974 series. So they're all very, very different. As you can see, this is all 2016. Very cool looking, right? All very different. So this Kamen Rider thing, it's a whole world of again, like the Power Ranger stuff that I talked about. It looks crazy, right? So now I watched a little video, and let me actually pull it up before we get started so you guys know what this is all about. So remember when the video, right? The video that Hot Toys shared yesterday, that they released yesterday, talking about, Amazon. Remember they showed you that lettering saying Amazon. So this is where that comes from. And I want to show you guys real quick because I got you guys a couple of clips of where that is from. Come on. Are you frozen now? Unbelievable. Just got froze, guys. This whole thing just froze on me. Oh, come on. This thing just froze. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Come on, man. This is crazy. What's happening here? This is incredible. What is going on right now? What is happening right now? All right, this is insane. Come on, come on, come on. What is I can't believe this. I can't believe this. What is happening? All right. I don't. Can you guys? Hold on. I gotta get off here now. Now it looks like crap. The camera looks like ass. I don't know why. Let me put this volume up. I don't know what happened. Let me see if I could fix this camera. Yeah, he's black and white. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what's going on. Something like completely crazy just happened. I went to load up the video and it like froze the entire system. Let me see if I could fix this camera real quickly because this is insane. All right. Holy crap. What is happening tonight? All right, so let me pull up the video real quickly. Again, I don't even know what the hell happened. I had restarted the computer too before I even came on. So this is insane, guys. This is insane. So like I said, this is these are the videos, the clips from YouTube that I got regarding this this thing. So So remember, this is specifically 1974, right? Remember, I told you there's a there's a whole 2016 series as well, but this is where the Amazon wording came from on their video. Let me play it again. Actually, let me show you guys the other one. There's another clip that I got for you guys. Here's the second one. So that's what that is, guys. So that's what, again, I had no idea what any of this was. I had no idea, I have no idea what the figure is about, what the character is about. But it's a thing, right? Remember, 1974 version of the Kamen Rider Amazon. There is also, like I said, a 2016 version of them. But let me play it again for you guys. So all you got to do is scream Amazon, and then he becomes, that thing. And I got to show you guys, what happened. What in hell? Yo, I don't even know what the hell just happened. I have no idea. No update. This thing is up to date. Again, this has never happened. I don't know what the hell just happened. That was the weirdest shit ever. FabsFigures on the type of Jazz Inc. and art. Probably, because holy shit. That was insane. Insane. That is the craziest thing I've ever experienced. I don't know how that even happened. I don't know what the hell happened. I don't know how it happened. I literally clicked the button to open the folder and boom, everything fucking went to shit. Unbelievable. YouTube post would have. Oh my God. Crazy, crazy. Even the stream wasn't. No, I can't. I don't know. So it's like literally, exactly. Japanese Power Rangers. Remember, Power Rangers came from Japan as well. Power Rangers are not an American thing. Power Rangers came from Japan, and then they just made their own versions here in the U.S. But it wasn't it wasn't an American thing. Are you on a PC? No, I'm on a PC. I don't do Apple. I've never gotten into Apple. He uses an Apple too. No, I got a PC. I got a Lenovo Legion, which is a gaming PC. Which is, again, I don't know why this happened. This is weird as shit. So now let's get into the figure, guys. Let's remove the videos. Let's add the screen now. That was crazy. So one thing I learned from watching all these little clips and watching these videos is, as you can see here, this looks like it's like a rod inside like a nose, right? These are the eyes. This is a nose. And then, so, the tribes, right? A lot of these African tribes and, tribes over the world, right? You stick a rod through your nose, and that's like a symbol of you belong to this tribe and blah, blah, blah. This is what this is supposed to be like. And what they do is, as you can see, it looks like a little handlebar. They grab one side as if they were revving a motorcycle engine. They turn it, lights up the eyes of this thing, and then they turn into whatever the the character is. So one thing about the figure, guys, if you could see, there's no armor, like I mentioned. That's why I wanted to show you guys the comparison between the 2016 version and this version, because this is the most basic one, right? This is all cloth, right? Very basic, very, very cheap looking, right? The chest plate, probably the cheapest thing too, right? The most heavy duty thing on it are the belt with this thing on that lights up, the eyes that light up as well. That's the entire figure, right? The gloves, basic stuff, right? You get these gauntlets, right? You get the clawed hands, but this is what your figure is. So a very, very basic figure overall. You get this little symbol here. Again, it looks like a tribal thing. And then you get this wrap around the neck, which, again, it's all very, very basic, very cheap stuff. And you get some effects, as you can see. Very, very basic figure overall. Very, very, again, you get a light up feature for the eyes and the belt buckle. But as you can see, very, very cheap looking, very, very basic looking. Articulation's got to be great because, again, the suit's all cloth. So as you can see, they show you really nice poses. Again, you could do whatever you want with it because there's no restriction with the suit because it's all cloth anyway. But very, very basic. Again, the colors, everything about it is really nice, right? Really cool looking. But overall, see, they're showing you how it's lit up now. So the eyes are lit up here. The eyes are lit up here. I don't know if this lights up too. It should, but I don't know if it does. You can't really tell from the picture. Here it's all lit up again. Here's the effect that you get. The boots, as you can see, the boots got that same style as the gauntlets, right? These spike-looking things. But very, very cheap looking. See how the eyes are not lit up here and the buckle is not lit up here, but here it is. So very, very basic stuff. Very, very cheap stuff. This is something that Social Toys would make, right? They use this style of suits, this style of material. Fabs, those are hot dogs in the family. It's not hot dogs. So these figures are so weird looking. No, they're very different. They're very different, very unique. Like I said, the color combinations on it very, they pop a lot. As you can see, he's got like a dorsal fin in the back. Kamen, Spider-Man, Where's My 7, Linda Carter, Wonder Woman, Hot Toys. See, the problem with that stuff is, a lot of people would want a Lou Ferrigno Hulk, a Linda Carter Wonder Woman. The thing is likeness permission. That's it. Right? It's getting permission, getting their likeness permission. Not that they can't, right? But they haven't for whatever reason. I could tell you the Lou Ferrigno Hulk would be amazing with these seamless silicone bodies now. Artisan version would be incredible. A Linda Carter version also with a seamless body would be amazing too. So they could do, her fully dressed version. They could do her Wonder Woman version. So it only comes down to why they haven't done it. Why they don't want to bother with that. They know they're classics. They know people would sell them. They don't have to give you, a standard release for them. They can limit them to 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, whatever they want to do. Every single one will sell. Look at what they did with the Japanese Spider-Man, right? Whatever it was, 1,200, 1,500, gone. For the American version, 600, gone. So if they don't think that there's money to be made, they can limit them to a very low amount, and guess what? They're going to be gone. So it's not that they don't know about it. It's just for whatever reason, most likely has to do with likeness, because that's what matters, right? The head sculpt. The bodies, obviously, they could give you an animated head sculpt for it, and there you go. But people want the Linda Carter, like you mentioned. So that's the problem. It comes down to the likeness permission period. Same thing with the Catwoman and the Penguin from Batman Returns. It's not that they can't make you a body and an outfit for either one, because we know they can. It's the permission for the head sculpt, which is the main event. This motherfucker got septic. Correct. That's exactly what it is. So it's like a rod, and that's what he uses. He turns it, and that's how he powers up, because I watched it in the video. So that's all my 70s line, including Kiss. Go wash your hands. So, again, you see the wrap, right? The neck wrap. You get the rod. Again, they turn this one handle like they're revving the motorcycle engine, and that's how this whole thing powers up. And then obviously they scream, Amazon. See, he takes it off, as you can see. It comes off of the belt. So again, highly detailed costume. Again, very highly detailed costume because it looks incredible. The dorsal fin, like I mentioned, it's very detailed. It is very different. It is very unique. But I can tell you, oh my God, interchangeable mouthpieces. I didn't even go this far. So as you can see, you could interchange a mouthpiece. You can have them open it and close it, which again, very cool. This figure's got to be over $300. I can tell you that right now. Let me see if it's up yet on Sideshow. Hot Toys. Yep, it's up, guys. $270. Yeah, $270 because again, it's a very it's a cloth suit. So $270. So here we got light LED helmet and Condor belt. So this thing is LED, like I said. This is LED, like I said. And then you got features regular Condor rope, magnetically attachable to belt, and an extended Condor rope, allowing for multiple display options. So it's a rope, guys. So this is like his weapon, it looks like. So you remove the stick from the nose and you turn it into a rope. Look at that. I didn't know any of this. So that's pretty cool. So again, this is magnetized here. He pulls it out and then he separates it and it becomes a rope. So I guess that's his entire weapon there. So $270, a lot of detail. You get the light up LED function. You get the effect. You get the rope. You get 10,000. So going back to the conversation we were having yesterday, I think it was Thule who brought it up. He had said we don't need the rolling eyes, right? Remember he mentioned we don't need the rolling eyes. Do we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6.5 pairs of hands? You know what I mean? So they give you all these things to make it seem like we're getting value, right? You can display the figure any way you'd like. You're not going to use 6 pairs of hands ever, but they're there in case you need to use it, right? We could be perfectly fine with 2 pairs. One to hold the tool and one to do this, or one with fists, and that we don't need anymore. Same thing with the rolling eyes. They're there if you want to utilize them, if you need them for a specific pose, which is the whole point, to make that pose that much more realistic looking. Period. That's it. That's all it's for. It's not because it is necessary to make the figure better. No, but we're paying for all these upgrades. We're paying for all these updates. And so it should be included with everything, whether you use it or not. Same thing with the hands. We don't need 17 pairs of hands, but there they are in case you need them, in case you want to use them. And they're included in the price anyway. So that's why I don't mind that stuff. We got that. I also want Greatest American Hero. Sent you a pic. Pic of what? Pic of what? Land of the Lost, this guy. Unbelievable. Fabs, not enough. Exactly. So that's what I mean. It's something that has to come with the figures, period. We're paying for it, so why not have it? Fabs, no rolling eyes. Pat, this thing doesn't need rolling eyes. Go wash your hands, Brett. Guys, hit the like button, please. There's 22 of you guys in here. Thank you guys for being here. Funny thing is, I would actually consider getting Sleet Stack figure if 1/6 company made one. So, again, guys, very, very beautiful, at least aesthetically pleasing, right? Colors look beautiful. Everything about it looks really nice. Not much to it when it comes to armor, when it comes to, intricacy at all. But as you can see, the body's great. Most likely, this is probably a Spider-Man body, guys. I have a feeling. You know what I mean? They're probably using that Spider-Man, that 77 and 78 Spider-Man body again. Maybe not. Maybe something slightly different. But for articulation purposes, most likely something like that. Or even a Spider-Man body, something. But what's throwing me off is these biceps. You know what I mean? The biceps are a little too big for those figures. But again, could be the same thing. So we'll see what happens when it's released. Got to watch the Figure Hideouts video for it because obviously they get everything. They have to get everything. So, because again, that's their job. As usual, their job is collecting so they can make videos. And let me tell you something. If you are a collector, which again, like I said, they're not. They're promoting Hot Toys and other companies too. Not only Hot Toys, but they're also making videos for, other figures. Like, for example, they just made a video for the Poor Toys, that girl that looks incredible. I want to say she's from Dragon Balls. Maybe not, but it looks like it was. If that person, right, making those videos is a collector, right? Let's just pretend they're a collector for a second. And all of a sudden, Hot Toys is sharing your videos. You're going to stop. You're going to continue. You're not going to stop buying Hot Toys because that clout that Hot Toys is giving that channel, you can't pay for that clout. Look at their numbers when a video is out. When they come out with a Hot Toys video, go look at their views. It's insane. And then think about this. Obviously, people already follow them directly, right? People follow their Instagram. People follow their YouTube. Think about, on top of that, the people that didn't know about them and they found out about them through Hot Toys social media. So their numbers have to be through the roof. So if that person's a collector and knows that they were just collecting and I like making super fucking fancy videos, and all of a sudden Hot Toys is sharing their shit, you better believe that they're not going to stop making. So that's what I'm saying. This is their job as well. This is not, this is not something that they're doing just casually. This is not their hobby, right? They're not, this is, for you to spend that amount of time making those types of videos, this is not your hobby. You know what I mean? You can tell who's in the hobby because they don't buy everything. They pick and choose what Hot Toys figures they get, and they'll make a fancy video about it. Nowhere near anything like a figure hideout video, but they'll make, their decent videos. But this is the hobby because they're not buying every single Hot Toys that is out. Justin, this is not his hobby. This is not his addiction. Like he claims. This is his job. That's why he has to get everything day one, or else he would make no money because it's his job. Right? Some people who are in a different level of YouTubing, for example, TK, right? TK doesn't buy everything that Hot Toys makes because this is his hobby, but he's in a different level of YouTubing where he has to get them early to benefit from the YouTubing and the hobbies in. But he doesn't get everything. So that's what you could tell. You're a YouTuber, but it's still your hobby, right? He's not forced to buy anything. But if you pay attention, like I said, he goes backwards for certain things. You know what I mean? Because it's tough not wanting to keep buying these Hot Toys because they're all great. Even the older ones. Like I said, he just posted the Batman Arkham City Batman, the little original one, the very first one, Arkham City. Yeah, let me see what the video is saying. So he said Hot Toys Arkham City Batman revisited the definitive video game Batman VGM 18. So he just got that. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. He doesn't have to buy everything, but he could buy whatever he wants and make videos about it. Obviously, that figure is so old now, he's not doing it for the clout of it. Right? He's not making this Arkham City Batman video for, to get views. I mean, obviously, it's to get views, but he's not going to get the views that he would have gotten if the figure came out yesterday. But it's his hobby, so he's still going backwards and buying things that he wants to buy for his collection. So that's the difference. You know what I mean? Justin, for example, has to get everything day one and continue to get everything day one. The figure hideout, same thing. They got to continue to get everything day one because this is not their hobby. This is a job. And they benefit because they have to. This is their job. They have to make sure that their stuff is top notch because it's their job. Guys, hit the like button. There's 22 of you guys in here. Thank you guys for being here. Fabs, no rolling eyes pass. Hit the like button, guys. Thank you guys for hitting the like button already. By luck, I ordered this, and then we'll announce the artisan version next week. But Fabs versus Deadpool, Wolverine's figs out. Ash, I am telling you, Ash, coming soon. Here's hoping they drop a good announcement tonight. Yeah, exactly. I don't even want to get off because every time I get off, there's something new. Literally every time. I really like the figure hideouts day one videos. They're short and to the point is what convinced me to get the new Robin. Same with me. The moment I saw, and same with William, I told you guys, the moment I saw when they removed that mask and I saw that empty head, I was like, get the hell out of here. I was like, I need it. Just that little feature, which again, it's the dumbest thing. I was like, that's the coolest shit I've ever seen. For such a basic figure, I was like, that's sick. I ordered that Robin immediately. So, and like you said, they show you all the features, everything about it, everything you need to know at least. Boom, 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 boom. You don't need to sit there watching 20 minutes, 25 minutes of anything. Him sitting there describing the hands. This hand, and then the die hand. And I told you guys I've always had an issue with that. For the longest time, I was like, I don't really care about the hands. I don't even talk about the hands in the videos. I started recently talking about the hands just to point out, what the figure comes with. But for the longest time, I was like, nobody gives a shit about hands. Like, who cares about hands? But a lot of these videos, they got to sit there, the hands and the hand. It's just part of the figure. They don't get into that. They get into the main features of what the figure is. Boom, 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 done. So that's what they get with, you know, and again, the way they're produced, the way those videos are made, super high quality, super professional, very good, very, very good. Devil Dog Comics, welcome. Haddad has money. He made a video of his $1 million studio being built. Oh, I saw he's got like the walls that he's got, those see-through walls that look really fancy. Looks like a cave of, like, you know, professionally made collecting cave. It looks like a warehouse. That looks like a warehouse. So again, it can't be a hobby. It ain't a hobby. You know what I mean? Like I said, for Hot Toys to be sharing their shit, for him to be making those videos like that, that's hardcore. Do not be surprised if the Figure Hideout is somehow attached to Howard. Do not be surprised. Could be a brother, could be a cousin, could be a relative. Do not be surprised if they're attached to Howard one way or another. Because you don't get to that as a hobby. Especially, again, I don't know if he's in China or Hong Kong, but we know that people in China and Hong Kong don't have the space and the room to build these things. Period. That's a fact. Everybody lives in buildings, right, that hold 30 billion people in them. And so that's what I'm saying. This is not your standard collector. This is not your standard, oh, this is my hobby. Absolutely not. This person is connected somehow, some way to Howard, guaranteed. Again, he does videos for other companies. I'm not saying he's strictly Hot Toys, but there's no way that you get to that level just, oh, this is my next Hot Toy figure. This is my addiction. Like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And again, to get the recognition from Hot Toys like that, you know, so Hobie-Wan, welcome.
Hello!
I said that day one. I said, guys, this person, just the fact that they're being pushed by Hot Toys, period, is already taking away from Justin. Period. I said, do not be shocked if Justin starts getting into other shit because he knows what's coming. That's why he has to link to companies like InArt, who will accept a scumbag on their team, who will accept a liar on their team, who will accept somebody who was willing to associate with a scammer to scam the community out of their money. So it tells you everything you need to know. And I said that day one. The moment I saw that Hot Toys was sharing the Figure Hideout shit, I was like, Justin is done. He still has his following. He still has to continue. But guarantee you, people see Figure Hideout shit way before they see Justin shit. Because remember, all these figures come out of Hong Kong, right? Most likely, like I said, I don't know if he's in China or Hong Kong. Most likely, the Figure Hideout is in Hong Kong. So all he has to do, same thing with MRC, same thing with, I forget who else. All they got to do is walk to the place, get their figure, make their video. What takes them long is making their video, not even getting the figure, because they're already local. Justin, on the other hand, has to get that shipped. The fastest shipment is what? 2 days, overnight it, right? And even overnighting it, it's still going to take a day or two. Meanwhile, the people in Hong Kong, they don't need a day or two. That day or two that Justin's figure needs for traveling is the day or two that they're working on their video. because they don't need any travel time. They already got the figure in hand. All they got to do is walk to the place, get it, and go right home. So that's the advantage. That's why figure hideout shit comes out a lot faster than anybody else. So that's what I'm assuming, most likely in Hong Kong. So again, that collection room, with the really beautiful see-through glass, setup that, looks very professional, looks like a warehouse. That is not his house. People don't have home. Again, I'm not saying that there's not millionaires in Hong Kong. I'm not saying that. But people usually live in buildings, not warehouses like that. If you saw the way that thing was laid out, the layout of how literally a full-blown 90-degree angle, he went from an entire wall of glass of all Hot Toys to then a 90-degree angle of more glass. That's not somebody's house. Again, it could be. Not likely, but it could be. Anything's possible. But that looks more like a warehouse than somebody's house. That's what I'm saying. This person's not your standard, oh, this is my hobby. Absolutely not. Unrealistic. When have you guys, if that was common, right? If that setup and that whole layout was common, we would have seen it already, because there's a lot of people who live in Hong Kong. Look at, for example, MRC. I don't know how long MRC has been collecting, but why doesn't he have a setup? If it's so common, why doesn't he gets all the Hot Toys? You guys know he gets all the Hot Toys. Why doesn't he have that setup? That's not your standard shit. That's what I'm saying. This is not your regular guy. This is not your standard regular collector. This is not that. This is somebody that's involved big time with Howard one way or another to have that type of setup. To build that type of, display. That's not standard. That's not the norm. That's not common. That doesn't happen like that. Again, if people had all this room and all this space, MRC would do the same thing. The same exact thing. He would have that same setup. Why not? If that's the standard, that's the common, way of collecting over there. Why doesn't he have the same? Because it's not. That shit is sick. That's sick. He said, don't be racist. Man, I wish there was a Hot Toy store I could just walk to. Well, like Bob says, there's always your local, comic shop, right? Your comic book store. They usually have Hot Toys. Again, now, they're getting more popular. I don't know how new they're going to be. I remember walking into one years ago, like over 5 years ago, and they had, Black Panther, and they had all these figures that I already had for for years. They still had them up for sale. So that's what you deal with, right? They get like the leftover, they get the old shit, and then just sit, because a lot of people don't even know about them. So that's what happens. But Bob gets fire from his. He goes locally and he gets, things that recently just came out. He recently just got something. I forget what he just got from his comic book store. Forget what. Bob, if you're still in here, let us know what was that you recently got from the comic shop. So it's possible if you got them around, but you got to go looking to see what they have available. Remember when Justin had to pull his video of Venus Wonder Woman because that Lunar Band gives me no, absolutely, because it's garbage, complete trash, and he was trying to push it down your throats like it was the best thing in the world. Garbage. That's what I'm saying. For a company to link up with a lying sack of shit tells you everything you need to know about the company. Justin has been dealing with Hot Toys for how long? How many years now? And Hot Toys never said, hey, you want to work with us, you lying sack of shit? Never, because they don't want that. They don't want garbage on their team. Yeah, I see the hideouts before. Exactly. No, everybody does. Everybody does. You log onto Instagram and boom, the first thing you see, figure hideout, Hot Toys, and then Hot Toys sharing figure hideout shit immediately. So you could be right. How must get Hot Toys before they release his videos? Put something. Absolutely, that's not your standard thing. I'm telling you right now, that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. That is not organic by any means. That is not standard by any means. So think about that. There's a connection there 100%. Even MRC, you see walking around. Remember, he videos himself walking to, whether it's Secret Base, Rebel Base, what's the other one? Whatever base. There's 3 bases. And you see him. He actually walks in there. He grabs them. He buys them, right? Obviously, we don't know what Figure Hideout does, but he already has his video up way before MRC. How? So I'm saying there's a connection there. Again, not that it matters anyway, but I don't want people to think that it's just your organic collector and that's just your regular. He's the biggest collector in Hong Kong. Like that's not a thing. That's his job. That's not a thing. He's connected to Hot Toys one way or another. Guaranteed. A lot of people get their figures, from Hong Kong directly. Nobody gets that video out like that. Nobody. And to come out of left field with videos that professional, that's not your standard either. I would understand if he started making, crappy videos and then over time they just got better and better. Like, I can understand that. But to come out with movie-style videos for figures, nah, that is not normal. That is not organic. That is not standard. The effects. All of a sudden, you'll have a lightsaber, just the hilt, and then he'll go with this finger, and then you get the effect of the lightsaber lighting up. That's not, who does that? That's full movie-style shit with sound effects and everything. So that's not organic. None of that is organic. MRC has some good videos too. Guy walks, Secret Base, like what? Exactly. But again, not to that speed that the Figure Hideout has. That's what I'm saying. There's a connection there. If you live in Cali and go to Frank and Son for Hot Toys. Oh, I don't even know what that is. Who's in Cali here? Now you know. Go to Frank and Son. Hot Toys really need to do some pop-up shops in all major cities. No, it'll never happen. It'll never happen because, especially now with the tariff stuff, right? Remember, everything's made in China. So it'll never happen. Do you know how much money they would have to pay to get that shit shipped from China to the U.S.? That's what we're paying right now. So think about that in a wholesale scale, in a franchise scale. The problem. If it didn't happen before the tariffs, it ain't gonna happen now during the tariffs. Period. It's just not doable. That's smart. Because you know what that means? That means that, like we're paying for all the tariffs now, the figures would be that much more expensive. Right now we're paying tax, shipping, and tariff. That would have to be included for the figure locally because remember, they're still coming from China anyway. So it's not, it's not doable. They have to be sideshow distributor. They get in allotment of stock no matter if it's sold out or not. Right. Oh, so there you go. So that's how they get them. So they got to be they got to attach themselves to sideshow, which I completely forgot about. Right. You got to be like I think Brandon said he was going to do that at some point. Like right now, he says he doesn't have enough business to do that, so he gets his figures from somebody else through a middleman that is linked up to sideshow. As a partner retailer. And so that's how Brandon gets them to get his amount. But he said eventually he's going to be his own thing, once he builds up clientele. So that makes sense. True Sardines 2. He's connected. He talk about it in live. Oh, see, again, I don't watch shit like that. But there you go. Again, I've never seen him do a live. I've never watched anything like that. You guys know how to watch YouTube like that. But it only makes sense. That's not, like I said, I keep saying that's not organic. That's not natural. That's not normal. That's not something that just happens. Like, oh yeah, he's just a collector like everybody else. Yeah, he's gonna build a whole warehouse of Hot Toys, especially how fancy that shit looks. That's not your norm. Remember, people in Hong Kong and China don't have space like that. So that looks like a warehouse. 100% that looks like a warehouse. Even that guy, Brandon Davis, when he shows his, I'm assuming that's his collection. He shows like a wall. Again, I don't know if that's his or not. But even that doesn't look like the figure hideout shit. And again, I don't know if that's Brandon David's personal collection, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Because he's always, if you go Google, Brian Davids right now, you'll see, go to images and you'll see that he's always near this humongous wall of Hot Toys. Again, I don't know if that's, a sideshow display. I don't know if that's his own thing, which again, I don't know. I wouldn't know anyway. But figure hideouts blows that out of the water. That's not standard. None of that is standard. Hot Toys just posted. Let's see what they got. Actually, let me check right here. Duh. Oh, they posted a video of Nightwing. Scott Porter. So I'm assuming he's the voice of the video game? Nightwing? Yeah, that figure looks so good. That suit is so sexy. The black with the shiny accents, and then you get the blue. See how you see like a little purple, like the RoboCop paint? That figure, again, very basic, but it looks beautiful. Yeah, it's gonna be a sick figure. Sick figure. See, look at that. The stitching on that whole suit looks sick. And it looks like stitching. I don't think it's actual stitching, but it looks like it. It's just so sick. Yeah. That's all they got. Rivals. Look at that, guys. We got some Cos babies for Thule, since he doesn't like third party. So, like I said, guys, again, none of that is natural. That doesn't happen that way. Nobody has the space and room to do that. And that, like I said, that looks like a warehouse. That does not look like somebody's home. So again, very sick. That is, if collecting was my job, like I told you guys before, I would have an entire house. I would do literally, because you guys see how hardcore I am with my collection. I would have something that hardcore in my house. I would have literally, I would make my entire room all glass all around just to put my figures just like that. If that was my job, obviously. And I knew that I needed to have the best display, make the best videos, and do everything to be able to make as much money as possible through YouTubing. Oh, you better believe this whole thing would be a different world. Because remember, go check how many views he got for that little tour that he gave. Go check. Insane. Again, none of that is normal. None of that is natural. No, I meant day one releases. Right? No, they don't really have that. Again, unless you're a partner of Sideshow, they will send you. If you order whatever amount, they'll send you your amount. Absolutely. But these comic shops, again, a lot of people, locally, they don't really, some obviously very minimal amount know about Hot Toys in certain areas. So they, not every single comic shop is going to have day ones. Because remember, you have to order a certain amount. And if it's not popular in your area, you're not going to get stuck ordering these things. So that's the problem, Yeah, he was showing a display and someone else. Yeah, no, it's, again, I don't know that. I've never seen that, but it's common sense. That's not organic. That's not natural. That doesn't happen like that. Like I said, to be the very, very, very first one and to have such a hardcore video done like that, that's not normal. That's not a thing. Remember, for the longest time, Justin was the first one. For the longest time. It was Justin and Jetta, remember? And then Jeddah, I'm assuming, again, I don't watch it. I'm assuming he slowed down because I don't really hear anything about Jeddah anymore. The last time I saw him, he was wearing a cowboy hat. Somebody posted a picture of him wearing a cowboy hat. I was like, oh, shit. I was like, what happened here? So I don't know if he went, if he's a cowboy now or what, but it was him and Jeddah. People were looking up to Justin and Jeddah. Everybody, oh, I need to get my figures day one because Jeddah, remember they were, Jeddah was never working with anybody until they started working with Pop Collectibles. And Justin had Toys Wonderland. And then when Toys Wonderland situation happened, he went to Pop. So remember, you still have to wait a couple days for their videos. Now the figure is out and boom, the video's out. What do you mean? So I'm saying it's not normal. He said boring, this guy. Guys, there's 26 of you guys in here. Please hit that like button if you haven't yet. Did you enter the sideshow contest for K-pop Demon Hunters? Absolutely. I enter all of them. It's just so many people that enter. It's always difficult, but I can tell you, I won something. Bob, I think, won a few. Bob won a few. Talia, welcome. How are you?
Hello.
Welcome. Fabs, when will you be working with So Toys? Let me tell you something. So Toys is such a scumbag, okay? Not literally, but I never talk bad about So Toys. I've always praised them because, again, just they are the best. I can tell you they're the best because I collect. I've collected over the years a lot of third-party companies, and when I started with them, I knew immediately. I was like, "This is great product. They make really good stuff. Nothing crazy, but it's the best third-party." I've never said anything bad about them. I've, like I said, I always praise them. I always tell you guys how they're my favorite company. Do you think these motherfuckers have ever shared any of my pictures? They'll share. And I tag them. I tag them on all my posts when I get a figure, when I get, anything. I put it on my stories. They check my stories. You think they share my shit? Not one time. Fuck them. They're still the best though. So yeah, it doesn't look like I'll ever be working for Social Toys. I'll never be working for Social Toys. They don't like my basic bitch stuff. But yeah, I like, obviously sometimes not sometimes when they post stories, I always check the stories to see if they announce or release something new. And like for example, the blade. Oh, I took a ton of pictures of that blade, right? In my story, tagged them, my reel, tagged them. Tagged them on my story too. They check my shit. They look, I'm like, oh, look at that bum. They don't share shit. They don't share any of my shit. So I don't know if they're racist. I don't know what it is, but they never share my shit. So like I said, it's not like they know, like, right, they watch me and, oh, he's bashing us. Look, he's talking shit about us. I've never said a bad word about them. Obviously, even if I did, they're not watching me anyway. But the one thing I have said in the past, years and years ago, was when Kit, right? The reason why Kit doesn't carry Social Toys is because they stole a project from, again, I always say this, I'm assuming it was 11, because remember, Hot Toys is very close to Hot Toys. Kit is very close to 11, right? 11 makes a lot of the custom head sculpts that we buy from 16kit.com. And a lot of the times they're exclusive to 16kit.com. I don't really see them anywhere else. I don't order them anywhere else but Kit. And so they had commissioned a project, a head sculpt from 11. Again, I don't remember the company. I'm assuming 11. And meaning Social Toys. Social Toys commissioned a product, a head sculpt from somebody that's friends with Kit. I keep saying 11, but it could be anybody. And apparently they stole the head sculpt. Didn't give them credit. I don't know if they ended up not paying for it also, which was even more of a problem. And they stole the project. They used it and they never either give him money or give him credit for, you know, the work, the commission. And so Kit, you know, being loyal to his friend, said, I will never carry the garbage. And so that's why we can't get social toys from Kit. Years ago, I had told Kit, I said, Kit, I said, don't you think it's smart? I said, you're missing out on tons of money with this social toys, you know, not getting social toys. He goes, I don't care. He goes, I don't care because I don't want to deal with companies like that, which, you know, I'm with him 100%. If he's loyal like that and loyalty before money, all the way. So that's why I didn't collect hot social toys for the longest time. You know, because I was like, you know, if they're a scumbag company, what can I expect? Again, they never did anything to me, but I took Kit's word and I was like, you know what? I'm not collecting this garbage. And for the longest time, I never did because, again, even back then, they were not good. Like right now, I have Zoom, right? The black Flash. I have the original red Flash that they did. They call it the Scarlet Speeder, I believe. I have that one. What else do I have that's very old? I have a few old. I think those two are the oldest ones I have. Complete garbage. The suits are kind of baggy. Those bodies are trash. The effects were garbage. It's tiny figures. They're just not good. They were not good at all. So I wasn't missing out on anything. I don't have any of the original Daredevils. I remember the Mark I, right? Daredevil, when he's got the wrap around his face, and he's got the regular outfit with the wraps on his blood, you know, the bloody wraps on his fist, and the, you know, the collie sticks and all that stuff. I don't have any of those. I don't have the 1.0 lawyer. I don't have the 2.0 lawyer. I don't have a bunch of old things. They made, I want to say, I believe a Jessica Jones. I think they made an Iron Fist. I don't have any of that shit because, you know, that was from back then. They've updated Iron Fist, I think, a couple times now. Don't have any of it because, again, they were not anything exciting, anything good. From the moment that I purchased the Negasonic Teenage Warhead, I was like, yo, this figure, again, that is like the worst example. She's very basic, but that head sculpt, I was like, she looks really good. She came with some like funky effects for it I didn't even use. She came with the middle finger, you know, basic, very basic outfit, very basic suit, very basic. I was like, this figure looks really good. Ever since then, I've been collecting every single thing that I like from Social Toys. And I've been telling you guys, they're the best. They're the best third-party figure. They're the best when it comes to the likenesses. They're the best when it comes to scale, right? Their bodies are kind of bulky compared to Hot Toys, right? They're the closest to their scale. Like I said, perfect example is their Bloodsport. If you guys have the Premier Toy, the Thunder Toys, I keep saying Premier Toys, the Thunder Toys Bloodsport and the Social Toys Bloodsport, there's your perfect example right there. You see that the Social Toys is bigger, bulkier, the head sculpt is better than the Premier Toys all around. The Premier Toy suit is better because it's an actual suit. Social Toys, they put a sweater on the body, and then they put the armor on top, so it looks like a suit, but it's not a suit. Thunder Toys did an actual suit, so I like that look better, but I like the size of the Social Toys better. I like the scale, like the head sculpt. So I have the Social Toys with the head sculpt, and I have the Thunder Toys with the helmet on. You know, Kingpin. Yeah, no, Kingpin is another one that is pretty new. So obviously I got that. I got both versions. I got the Hawaiian shirt version. I have the all white version. I got actually two of the white version because remember there was a battle damage look, head sculpt and everything. So I got that one, and then I got the clean one, and then I got the Hawaiian shirt one. So they're really good figures, man. They're really, really good figures. Gyudon, welcome.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
You know, so so they just don't share my shit. So I don't think I'll ever be working for them. Again, I don't know what, how they choose, what to share, but I can tell you, obviously you guys know I don't take like the best pictures. I don't take the best, I don't do the best poses. But I will tell you, my blade stuff was very good. And like I said, I shared it, I tagged it. They looked at my shit and they said, "Suck it, bitch." So it is what it is. CSI, long time. Where have you been? I wanted Social Toys Cyclops because I love their Gambit, but now I'll wait for Hot Toys James. And that's going to be what's happening. Remember, it's not the same, right? One is animation, one is comic, right? The other one, the Hot Toys, is going to be movie version. So it's not really going to go with the Gambit look at all, right? If you were to get a Present Toys Cyclops, which was complete trash, by the way, the best part of that figure is the diorama, but that body was complete trash. Again, I don't have it. I was told people who have it. The body doesn't really do much. The suit looks very good, but again, complete trash as a figure. But if you were to get that, that goes with the Gambit over the movie version. But the movie version obviously going to be way better all around, right? The likeness, we're most likely going to get hopefully we'll get a head sculpt. If not, we're going to get, we're going to get the top part and then different mouthpieces. But that version is going to be obviously the best. And then, like I said, Hot Toys or Hono, CMS or Hono is eventually going to do a Cyclops as well. It's inevitable. It's only a matter of time, So that's what I'm saying. It's something that has to happen. The Hono line already started. Like I said, I had completely forgotten in the beginning of the stream. For those who have been here, I completely forgot to mention it. So, Magneto already made. Like I said, 3 Wolverines already made. Again, for that look. And they're not going to stop. They're going to continue making more and more and more shit because it's just what it is. Like I said earlier, we haven't gotten, I think Thule said, we haven't gotten much Hono after those Stormtroopers. I believe those were the last ones because of the fact that it's their New Year's is coming. They don't really need to be announcing cheaper stuff, right? They want to take our money with the expensive stuff, which is Hot Toys. That's what they're still announcing shit like the the Amazon Kamen Rider stuff, because again, that's more pricey. $270, right? $300 is more pricey than a 180 price point, a 170 price point, like a Wolverine would be, like a Hono product would be. So doesn't mean that they're going to stop. Obviously, it's only going to get worse, product wise, meaning the amount of product we're going to keep getting. Every year we get more and more. So it's only going to just keep increasing more and more. Remember, last year we got a ton of ready to ship figures. We got a ton of, specifically for the Japan stuff, right? The Tokyo thing, right? We had the Rogue One figure. We had the Darth Vader Sith Apprentice. We had the Galen, right? That was the one I was thinking about. Galen. We had, so ready to go figures, ready to ship. The Iron Man figures, right? The Sub-Zero was shown ready to go. Fractal, what was it? What was the other one? The Gold, right? The Gold was ready to ship. The Gold Chrome. Now we got the Chrome and Copper, the Gold Chrome, the Gold and Copper ready to ship. So those figures like that are only going to get worse. They're only going to get, we're going to get more and more and more, especially the Iron Man figures, because they're just repaints of panels, right? We got a Mark III a few times, the Mark IV a few times. They just keep using and reusing these figures, these bodies at least, right? These frames, because it's easy money. They make them different. They make them exciting. Like I said, we got the Sub-Zero. You better believe that the stealth version, the black version that we already got as a Mark VII, is down the street. It is inevitable. They're going to do it. And not only that, but obviously other versions as well, because that's just what it is. So, guys, what's today? Today is Wednesday. I don't think, now they just posted that video of of the Nightwing. I don't think we're getting another release or announcement. It's already Thursday over there. It is 10:57 a.m. in Hong Kong right now. So I don't think we're getting anything. Anything's possible. So maybe I'll see you guys Friday. If not, then I'll definitely see you guys Saturday. We'll see. Hopefully we get something to talk about. So as always, guys, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you